What's going on, everybody? So we're going to go ahead and do a Week 5 recap in the NFL 2014. We're going to go ahead and start off with this Thursday night game, which has just been... The Thursday night games this year has been a complete debacle. Dudes is getting blown out for no apparent reason, and I didn't think that this would... Well, what did I think during this game? I don't know. I knew Teddy Bridgewater wasn't going to play, so... I knew it was going to be pretty bad, but I didn't expect it to be like this, I don't think. Probably because, you know, Aaron Rodgers hasn't really been Aaron Rodgers for the entire, you know, the beginning of the season. I think he had a slow start compared to what he's produced in our previous years, in my opinion. Christian Ponder's a bum. I don't know if he would survive in Pop Warner at this point. Like, this guy, all I can tell Minnesota fans, like I tweeted out while this game was going on, just pray that Teddy Bridgewater gets healthy fast, because if he doesn't, it makes no sense. It makes no sense for that organization to even have Ponder on the roster. Because if you're going to go out there and play like total shit stains, the purpose of a second string or a backup quarterback is to back up the quarterback, not to let everything through. This guy, yo, whatever. Let's just talk about the importance of Teddy Bridgewater for a second. This is a man that nobody even thought would be able to do the things that he's doing right now, much less, you know, get a chance at a starting job because of the way that his pro day was. And like I said, the week before, his display, even though I saw him get injured towards the end, and I think he'll be back this week, or I don't know, do they have a bye? I don't know. I gotta check and see, but I think he'll be back the next game according to reports. But he showed a lot of elusiveness, a lot of accuracy, a lot of poise. I like Bridgewater, and I think he's, like I said before, I think he has to play the rest of the games of the season to be the best rookie quarterback taken in the draft. But I think hands down, with the team that he has right now and the way that he played, I think he has a very good shot to be the best quarterback taken in the draft over Bortles, especially with what he was doing Sunday. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, you guys can leave comments and whatever like that. But that, based on what I saw, you know, like when you see something out of a rookie quarterback, we know shitty quarterbacks. We know that. We know when a QB is just gonna be a bum. We understand that. And when you see like a light at the end of the tunnel, that's pretty much what I saw from Bridgewater in that game where he played last week. It just seemed like he was ready for action. Now looking at Green Bay, they looked really good. I can't really, they crushed a team that they knew wouldn't have any offense. Let's be real. Adrian Peterson's probably beating another little boy that's not even his on a scrotum, so he wasn't available. And Bridgewater was out, so you knew you had to ponder the thought of the aspen that was about to happen. So I think Green Bay did what they were supposed to do. Aaron Rodgers looked good. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really see anything to, you know, say, oh, you know, it's something that's really exciting about it. I think Green Bay did what they were supposed to do. They had a very vulnerable opponent, missing a key piece in Bridgewater that would have made the game different. I'm not saying that they would have beat Green Bay, because defensively I think Green Bay has a lot more. They would give a rookie QB a little bit more problems because of the experience on that side of the ball, but it would have been a better game if Bridgewater played, and it would have been a little bit more competitive. So I just think Green Bay did what they were supposed to do in that game, and at the same time, Aaron Rodgers deserves a lot of credit. He played very well. Chicago at Carolina. Carolina 31, Chicago 24. I don't know. Every time you know, the Bears, bro, like, I just don't, you know, you get rid of Lovie Smith, who was a great defensive coach, to bring in this other guy, Tressman, or whoever the hell this guy is, and you're supposed to be about offense now. The problem is you got a QB that likes to turn the ball over. So when that happens, it's pretty hard to be an offensive guru when you have a guy that wants to give the ball to the other team. And Jay Cutler has a hell of an arm. I think he's a great quarterback. You know, I just think him and Tony Romo, you know, but like I said, I got to get to Tony Romo later because he actually stepped up this week, and I got to give credit where it's due. But I just don't understand. The Bears will come out. They'll beat the 49ers. Then they'll get their ass whipped by team. Like, I understand Carolina has a very tough defense. I understand that. but you have opportunities, and you have a 6'4" wide receiver, and you have a 6'3" wide receiver, both of them straight beast. So I don't understand why they don't. Is Trestman not giving them more opportunity to put the ball in the? You know, I just, if you throw jump balls, more than likely these guys are gonna come down with it. That's what my opinion is of the whole situation, and that's what the NFL has become. It's become a passing league unless you have a running quarterback where the read option is like the major big thing or whatever like that. And Cutler's not that slow, but I'm not saying that they should start doing read options with Cutler. That's just completely ridiculous, and it makes absolutely no sense. What I'm saying is they have to give him a chance to be successful, and I don't know. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about this guy. I really, yo, what the F is he doing? I don't know. Yo, guys, I'm at a loss of words because the Bears shouldn't be losing these games. And like I said, it's no disrespect to Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina, all those boys out there and stuff like that. You know that baby blue. Oh, is it baby blue there? Yeah, I think it is blue. Something's going on over there. But the Bears. I can't really explain it. Is it? Do you guys remember when who was that backup quarterback they had back there? I think they traded him, right? The dude that was behind Cutler that was hot last season, and then they still took him out. I can't remember his name. What was his name? I'm trying to remember what his name was. I can't really remember what his name was, but the issue that I have is this. If you guys watch the games like I do, and you just try to figure out, like, when is this guy gonna throw a pick? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't be like what you're watching the game for. You know, when you're watching the Dallas Cowboys game or you're watching the Bears game, you're pretty much watching to see when this man's gonna throw a pick. That's what you're doing. Like, you're not. It's nothing else really going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're watching it to see, oh yeah, he's gonna make a play. Like, we watch Jay Cutler to see when he's gonna throw a pick. So it doesn't make sense that you have an offensive guru, supposedly in Trestman, and this man is prone to giving the ball to the other team. It just doesn't make any sense. And then you got Matt Forte, who's a total fucking beast, and even with running the ball, it doesn't make any sense because they're gonna still have to give the ball to Jay Cutler to try to make a play, and that's the issue. That's the issue with the Bears. That's why I preferred Lovie Smith, even though, like, you know what I'm saying, this dude is just a clown, and I prefer defense over offense, even in a passing league right now, because ultimately the defense is gonna still win the games, even when you guys are throwing crazy and guys are just airing it out. The defense still is the primary thing. You know, they make that stop where it's like, all right, game over. And that's how Carolina won this game, because I'm still not really sold on Cam Newton. You know, let's get to the Panthers. I'm not really sold on Cam Newton, man. This guy, he still stands in the pocket like an erected penis. He won't run outside. Well, I think that, you know, Riverboat Ron wants him to stay in the pocket more. I'm so against that. And I can't wait to get to the Russell Wilson game, because you have to coach a player based on their traits. You can't change what makes a player great. And Cam Newton will be a much better player. You know what I'm saying? He would be a much better player if they made him do what he does. I don't know if you guys remember his rookie season when he threw for all those yards. Like, you got to make this man do what he does. That's all I'm saying. You can't have him standing there. He looks like a goddamn statue in the pocket. He's too athletic for that. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what we need to understand. When you get a coach in there, that's why Pete Carroll is such a great coach. He coaches guys based on their traits. What are you good at? Let's go ahead and do this. Every other coach, oh, you can't do this? You know what? Let's do that. Like, what is the science behind that? It's pretty much like the whole concept of America right now with the way that we're in. You know, keep doing the wrong thing until we get it right. Like, if you know that Cam Newton is an athlete, build your scheme based on that, you idiots. I just don't, yo, it's mind-boggling to just think about it. But at the end of the day, Carolina got the win. They needed this home win, so I can't really be mad. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at the fact that, you know, they got the win. But at the same time, Chicago has offense that can cause a lot of problems. I just think that, I don't don't know if they have the right commander. That's what I'm going to leave it off with. You guys let me know what you think about Cutler. I just don't think he's the right commander right now. All right. Next game, Houston at Dallas. Dallas 20, Houston 17. Listen, you guys got to give credit to Tony Romo. It sounds crazy. I think I'm still sleeping. I got to pinch myself. We got to give credit to Tony Romo. Not only that, Dez Bryant is such a beast, man. Yo, listen, the man may beat his mom when they get into arguments and shit like that, but he's a monster, bro. Did you see that catch on the left hash? No! Like, bro, listen, this dude, wow, man. He's another guy. I wonder what would happen if a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning had Dez Bryant. I wonder how many rings they would have now. Because Dez Bryant reminds me of like a Michael Irvin with his aggressiveness, just not as good a route runner as Michael Irvin was. And the only thing he's missing, Dez Bryant, is like a Troy Aikman. I really wonder what Dez Bryant would be with a good quarterback. And I'm not saying Tony Romo's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying he likes to give the ball to the other team. That's all I'm saying. But he stepped up. He stepped up. And like I said, when you come out and you play like that, I'm gonna give you your respect. I'm not trying to be a hater or shit like that. If you come out and play, Tony Romo stepped up. I was just waiting for him to throw a pick. And I know all you motherfuckers were too. Every single one of you. Even if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you were waiting. Even Jerry Jones was sitting there like, yo, when is he gonna throw the pick? So I know all of us was doing the same shit. I'm sitting here like, yo, all right, he about to throw this pick right fast. And he did it. And he deserves credit for that. Just imagine if you could have a healthy DeMarco Murray and a Tony Romo that wasn't prone to turnovers, and Dez Bryant playing like he's playing, Williams playing like he's playing on the other side. Dallas could be a contender, and I do believe that them and the Eagles, it's going to be between them and the Eagles, because the Giants, they had a great game. I just don't know about the Giants, man. I don't know. I know they've had 2 weeks with good games. I just don't know. I think that Dallas and Philly will be coming out of they will be the pretty much the monster in the NFC East. That one of them will be the deciding factor. That's what I'm thinking right now, but based on what I'm seeing. If Dallas was smart, I think they'd put Michael Sam out there to start getting some reps and grabbing ass cheeks. I mean, making tackles. You know what I'm saying? If they were smart, because they need to start getting that boy into some football shape. But the Houston Texans now. JJ Watt. That's something I can say that's good about what happened, I guess. JJ Watt, that's it. But he's one man. Offensively, I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They have a guy, like, listen, no, bro, listen. And that's what who is that? Fitzpatrick? The guy with the crazy ass beard? Is that what his name? Is that him? Listen, I don't know who it is. I think that's him. Because when I look at his face, I just can't believe he's a quarterback. He looks like he should be in a pub drinking ale, but for some reason he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. But that's a topic for another story. The only thing that I see good Houston fans, JJ Watt. That's it. Andre Johnson is a monkey past his prime. I don't see how much more he has left. Arian Foster looks like he made his money. He don't really give a fuck much. He don't really care anymore. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I just think that the only thing I took from that game is JJ Watt. And once we get what is his name? What's his name? Jadeveon. Once we get Jadeveon, who is a clown, but his last name is Clowney. Once we get him healthy and he's able to work with JJ Watt, I like Houston defensively for the future. But right now, I just don't know. I really just don't know what to actually take from it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to go with it. I don't know exactly what the outlook is for the team, because watching this game, and like I said, I watch all the games simultaneously, so I don't see the games all the way through. I really either I'm flipping between them or I get like a quadruple box and I'm seeing them all at the same time. But it just seems like when Houston is on offense, it's like, what are they doing? Defensively, it's exciting because I'm always waiting for JJ Watt to make a play. But offensively, I'm not looking for anything. You guys let me know what you think about that. That's how I feel when I watch their offense. Defensively, I'm excited. Offensively, I'm like, I got a fucking, I got a limp cock. Next game, Buffalo at Detroit. Buffalo 17, Detroit 14. Is Calvin Johnson hurt? I know they said he aggravated his ankle, but that's the problem that I have with Jim Caldwell, who was the fucking dumb coach that they hired. Like, why would you get rid of Jim Schwartz, who's a total asshole, to bring in this guy? Well, I guess Jim Caldwell earned some points for being the offensive coordinator in that Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl. But I don't like him as a coach. Listen, I like Mike Singletary more than the coach than a lot of these other guys. Maybe, you know, he just couldn't relate to the players because he tried to go old school, and this is the new generation. But certain coaches that just look like fat potato sacks on a sideline shouldn't be coaches. It should be a requirement that you should be able to do 100 push-ups in about 4 sets, maybe 25 each set, before you can be a head coach in the league. Because you can't look like that and want men to respect you, and then you get your ass whipped by Buffalo. Wasn't that the backup quarterback that started that game? I think I don't remember. It was one of these games. I think it was that one because I was flipping through, like I said. But I know that them winning this game at Detroit is a huge upset, huge. Because even if Megatron didn't play the way he played, it was just he's not himself right now. He didn't play well. But at the same time, there's no excuse for this. You can't lose to Buffalo. Doesn't really even have anything left. They really don't. So I don't really understand what's going on there. But I know that after the game, Megatron said that he aggravated his ankle or some shit, something like this. All right, but I don't know what to say about Detroit right now. So we could pretty much just say that Detroit ain't going nowhere. Look. Detroit fans, I'm sorry, bro. We could basically say you guys are not going anywhere. When you start coming out and losing to Buffalo, I can't really say everything is good. I had Detroit winning this game overwhelmingly. So I can't now go ahead and try to retract what I thought would happen. I can't do that. I have no idea what the hell is going on in Detroit other than Jim Caldwell is the coach. Buffalo, I don't know what you guys are doing either. And I don't expect nothing from you either. I'm still trying to figure out who's going to buy the goddamn team so we know what's going to happen. So, you guys are all up in the air. But as far as Detroit goes, wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Any given Sunday with the NFL. That's it. Baltimore at Indianapolis. Indianapolis 20, Baltimore 13. This was crazy. This game right here, because like I really don't expect much from Baltimore, but I don't know about Indy either. You know what I'm saying? And I got Andrew Luck as my starting quarterback in my fantasy football league, and pretty much I got Aaron Rodgers also, and I forgot to start Aaron Rodgers for the last couple of weeks, and either way him and Aaron Rodgers are around the same points, so he has to be doing something right. I still can't believe Reggie Wayne is still playing football. Can you guys believe that? I remember back when him and Jesus used to do hopscotch together. This motherfucker's still playing football. This guy's an old fuck. He needs to go sit down and give somebody else a chance to play, man. It's starting to get a little ridiculous, bro. This guy is fucking leaking ankle oil. He's mad old, bro. But look, it is what it is. Baltimore, I really don't expect anything from. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see them going anywhere in the playoffs. I'm just being honest. Flacco, Steve Smith, Torrey Smith, all those guys, I think they can make some noise. I just don't see them going too far. I don't know why that is. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. Indianapolis, I like Andrew Luck. I like him a lot. I still think that he's prone to throw the ball for interception, but he's a prototypical quarterback that deserved to have gone #1 overall, as we can see, because that fucking guy RG3 sitting there looking like a schoolgirl on the sideline. Yo, bro, I'm gonna get to him in a second. I'll be right with him, bro. I'll be right with him. You guys wait for that. I'll be right with him. But the Colts right now, contender in the AFC. That's tough, bro. That's tough because I don't think they have the pieces defensively to be that thing. That team where they can go. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they're that team right now. I think they have a lot of talent. They got some really short-ass receivers and an old motherfucker that used to do push-up contests with Moses. But I don't know. I gotta look more into that. Let me see what's going on with that. Give me another couple weeks of watching Andrew Luck this season. But I don't know. I just don't know. Because I don't think they can beat the Broncos when it comes to the playoffs. So I don't really know where I see them going. but pulling out this game was a huge victory for them. I saw most of this game. Yeah, it was a huge victory because they did step up on both sides of the ball. So, but I'm looking to see right now who my picks will be for the playoffs, and I can't see Indianapolis going too far. Maybe I'm blind. Indianapolis fans, get in my ass right quick and let me know if I'm not seeing anything. Next game, Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Pittsburgh 17, Jacksonville 9. When I tweeted out that I like Bridgewater and I think he's going to be the best QB in the draft, a lot of people jumped on me about Bortles. I'm not trying to disrespect Bortles. I'm just saying I like Bridgewater and I think he's the better quarterback. Now, you can look at Bortles and say, body-wise, prototypical-wise, you know, football-ready-wise, he looks like the better guy. I can see that. I could definitely see that. I'm not going to argue that. I saw a lot of problems, though, in this game. And I understand that you're playing Pittsburgh, and I understand that Polamalu has beautiful hair, and I understand that people want to run their fingers through it, and I understand that he doesn't really use Head and Shoulders, even though he's in the commercials. But I didn't like Blake Bortles in this game. I don't think he played particularly well. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. With Jacksonville has been shitty. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try to go back. Maurice Jones-Drew was like a shining light for a while there. Before that, who was that? They had the left-handed quarterback way back when that made the team a little decent. Forgot his name, but they've been really sad. They make little kids want to cry and shit. Like I don't know what the fuck they do there, yo. Other than get paid, I don't know what they do as players. Honestly, man, I don't know if it's the coach. The personnel is not too good, so you can't really blame the coach. And it's not really even about Pittsburgh this game, because Pittsburgh didn't play well either. It was pretty much one of those games where you're just trying to have a beer and close your eyes, bro, and just doze off and wake up and the game's over pretty much. I can't say I enjoyed flipping through and watching this game. Pittsburgh, though, they pulled one out that they should have, but it shouldn't have been this close. And it wasn't an exciting game to watch. And like I said, I watch it for you guys because I hate it. I hate Jacksonville games. Like, honestly, there's nothing exciting about it. Blake Bortles does make it more intriguing, but it's just like, yo, man, it's like watching a really, really obese woman strip tease you and you're not into fat chicks. It's a real mind fuck. Next game, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans 37, Tampa Bay 31. All right. Is it Lovie Smith strikes again? I don't know what's happening here. All I know is that New Orleans is starting to piss me off, or New Orleans. How could people be correcting me? I got a couple of homies from New Orleans. They be like, it's New Orleans, Gmia. I'd be like, New Orleans, man. In New York, we'd be like, New Orleans. They'd be like, New Orleans and catfish and fatback. Listen, man, I don't give a shit. New Orleans. All right, there you go. I don't know what the fuck Sean Payton and these assholes are doing, because you guys fucked me in my fantasy this week. I got Drew Brees and Graham. Graham had like 3.8 points. Fuck you, Graham, and fuck you, Drew Brees. Now that that's over, Tampa Bay, I believe, should have won this game. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know exactly what's happening. And I have to figure out what the deal is. I have to figure out exactly what's going on. The New Orleans offense should be a lot better than they are. And I don't understand exactly what the hell's going on. And I have to figure something out. I have to definitely figure something out. Are they going to be able to come back and even make the playoffs? I don't know. I really, like, looking at it, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know, bro. Yo, these guys, what the F are they doing? You can't, yo. Graham, are you serious? And then Drew Brees, look, the bottom line is they pulled it out. Tampa Bay, defensively, they have been better. You know what I'm saying? So Tampa Bay has been a lot better with Lovie Smith. So I can't really knock them for, you know, for not playing better D, and that's the reasoning behind why New Orleans, you know, is struggling. And for some reason, Jimmy Graham, who is 6'7", can't get open. I can't really argue that. You know what I'm saying? As far as that goes, what I can argue though is that if Graham is supposed to be unstoppable the way that everybody is making him seem, and why I took him so high in my goddamn fantasy draft, why the F did this man only have 3.8 yards? I mean, 38 yards or whatever the F. Why the F is that the issue? It's all crap, yo. And like I said, if they're struggling with Tampa Bay like this, yeah. All right, so do I really need to say more about that? We already know what's happening, bro. Like, if you're gonna struggle with Tampa Bay, you're not going pretty far, bro. It's not gonna happen. And Tampa Bay, I don't even know what Glennon is doing. I know he got 2 monster receivers. You know what I'm saying? But like, he just looks mad weird, bro. People are giving mad wild descriptions of him. Either he's a Starbucks virgin cashier. He just looks like a weird guy. Like, he shouldn't be a quarterback. So I don't really know what's gonna come of that. I just don't understand what's going on. And he's able to throw the ball though. He's able to get completions. He's able to do the things that he needs to get done. I just don't understand exactly what's happening right now with New Orleans, who's supposed to be such an offensive goddamn juggernaut. What the F is going on? I gotta see if I could trade Graham in my fantasy league, because this guy's a freaking bumburger bitch, bro. He's trying to, they're trying to just get me. I thought I had a serious team. I'm getting my ass whipped all over the place. So, in closing with this one, I just don't know what to expect at this point from New Orleans. I really just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what they're doing. Graham and Drew Brees has to do better. You got to get Cooks involved. Colston, you got to do something. You should not be having close games with Tampa Bay. It should not be happening. Lovie Smith, no Lovie Smith, I don't give a F. It should not be happening at any time. But it is what it is. Let's see what happens. Atlanta at New York Giants. Giants 30, the Falcons 20. Like I said before, I don't have much to say about either of these teams. The Giants, I am not sold on. I understand that they're winning games. I understand what's happening for the past couple weeks. I'm not sold on them. The Falcons, Matty Ice, I don't know what he's doing. What's the other guy's name over there? Julio Jones still looks decent. Roddy White is just a bum at this point. You remember when he said that Cruz was just a slot receiver or something? What did he say? Big receivers play, the big boys play outside. What the hell is he doing right now? I don't know what Roddy White's doing. That guy's a fucking, bro, man. I don't know what, that's why you gotta be careful when you run your mouth, bro. And this guy is running around. That dude right there, though, like, what is he really doing? I just don't understand. I don't really understand exactly what's going on. But we gotta figure something out and see exactly what's happening. As far as that goes, I don't really know what the outcome will be of the season for the Falcons, because they're pretty much up and down. The Giants is the same way though. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what kind of Eli you're gonna get. And we got a good Eli, and he came out with the win. But to put up, both of them combined for 50 points, pretty good offensive game. But I can't really, go straight shot like, yeah, this is gonna happen. No, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I don't know. I think the Giants might get blown out next week or something like that. I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna go on with that. And the Falcons, I don't think they have a shot at doing anything actually. I really can't describe how they look. They don't look too good though, to be honest with you. And Matty Ice is not ice cold, bro. That dude is a shitty mother effer. And I don't know how they come up with these nicknames, but like I said, he's gonna need Roddy White to be a lot more healthy before they start calling him Matty Ice again. Cause Roddy White looked like a pure fucking broke down Jeep, bro. That guy looks mad stupid and disgusting while he's on the field. It's a horrible display with what that man is doing right now. So I really, no comment for me with this. As far as what to expect for the Falcons, my ATL fans, I just don't know about them. I don't see them doing anything this year. I know it's probably not a surprise, but I don't see anything happening. St. Louis at Philadelphia. Philadelphia 34, St. Louis 28. This was a real good game. A game that the St. Louis Rams had a big shot to win. But like I said, it's going to be between Eagles and Dallas that come out of the NFC East. And the reason I lean more towards Philly is because of Chip Kelly. That offensive scheme that he runs is so, bro. It's a bitch, bro. It's a real bitch to be able to formulate that type of offensive scheme. And I thought that they would lose a step with who's that? Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson being gone. Nah, they haven't. They haven't lost a step. It's been the same better, same better offense. I mean, a much better offense, just not with the fucking bullshit that Deshaun Jackson, you know, like whatever he was doing with the way he had to, like, you know, showboat into the end zone, all the other distractions and shit like that. He was a little bit wild and vulgar with it. He didn't give a shit. You know, Darren Sproles don't really talk much. So him coming in there and just doing what he does, it's a much different atmosphere. And I think that Chip Kelly has a lot more comfortability with the people that are there right now, as far as that goes. So I like Philly to win the NFC East. I think I've seen enough of them to know what they're capable of. The only issue I have with them is LaShawn McCoy not being able to get established in games. If he doesn't get established, they have a very, very tough time winning games. Even with Sproles. You know, Sproles gave them a lot of momentum boosters and, you know, breaking those big runs for touchdowns and stuff like that. But you need LaShawn McCoy. You need him to set the tone in order for that well-balanced attack to happen. And I think that can be something that's a major turnaround point for the Eagles come late in the season. If they could continue to do this and make it work like that, I think they got a great shot. St. Louis, I'm sorry, guys. Jeff, is that Jeff Fisher? Like, you saw what he did with Tennessee. He'll give you a decent regular season record, and you guys go home for the playoffs. Well, I don't know, when you go and hire a coach just because he's well tenured someplace else, if he didn't win, what the fuck are you hiring him for? He could be the best coach in the world. The man don't win. You know what I'm saying? He could be, yo, listen, bro, it is what it is. People want to win now. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, you know, I just don't see what you guys are doing with the Rams. I don't know. And if you guys want to, you know, stay with them and see what's going on with it and try to figure out what's going on, that's your choice as ownership. But we saw what he did in Tennessee. I don't see anything much different in St. Louis. What, you think he's going to not win forever in Tennessee and then start winning in St. Louis? The logic doesn't make sense. Cleveland at Tennessee, Cleveland 29, Tennessee 28. Let me just say, I benched Wright from Tennessee for this game, and this man went out and fucking had a butt fucking convention. The one thing that I did take away from this game, though, they didn't make a mistake by playing Hoyer instead of Manziel. And I have to be a man about it and just accept it. They didn't make a mistake. Hoyer has been playing out of his fucking mind. He's been making throws. He's been doing his job at quarterback. You can't knock him. Manziel, however, you know what I'm saying, holding on the bench hardcore, you'll get your shot eventually. I don't think it'll be with Cleveland, but you'll get your shot eventually because yo, Hoyer looked good, man. I don't know what to say. I think he looked good. I think he looked really, really good. You know, being down, coming back, just playing with that poise, the troops, you know, rallying behind him. You know what I'm saying, bro? I really think that he played very, very well, man. I don't think they made a mistake. I do not think that they made a mistake. I think they should stay with Hoyer, and I think that they have a better shot winning with Hoyer at this point. And Johnny Manziel just seemed to be hype. You know, whenever he got his chance, it wasn't anything spectacular. It was just a kid playing football. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I was one of those guys. I loved him in college. I loved him at Texas A&M. I loved all that shit. But Hoyer's playing well enough to be the Cleveland Browns starter, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I can't continue to play with the whole shit about him being this and that. No, he deserves it. Hoyer deserves to be the starting QB. That's it. That's that. The Tennessee Titans, they haven't been good since, what was that, Eddie George played? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I really have no comment about them because they, from week to week, somebody else, every now and again, you know, every week somebody different steps up. And it's always somebody that I put on my bench that's on their team, like right this week or whatever. But I will say though, they did impress me a lot with the way they fought in this game, because I thought Cleveland would probably win the game outright by a much larger margin, just because defensively I thought they would be able to stop Tennessee. But Tennessee was able to muster a lot of points and to figure out a way to pull it out, and they deserve credit for that. But at the same time, you guys can't be amazed that I don't see Tennessee doing anything or making any noise. So that's not like it's something new. It has nothing to do with me. You guys got to check management. I don't see them doing anything. Arizona at Denver. Denver 41, Arizona 20. I didn't expect Arizona to really lose this badly. With Cromartie, did Cromartie get hurt? I think a little bit or something happened with this. Cromartie and Peterson, that's a great defensive secondary. Even without safeties or whatever like that. Just the speed and the height of those two. But you're playing Peyton Manning, who's the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. And he's going to put it in your mouth if you let him. They let him. I really don't think, though, that, what's this other guy? Girl knee, Carson Palmer. I don't think he should come back and be the starter. I think they should either stick with, they should probably stick with the rookie. Is that the rookie? Or whatever the backup quarterback was. Whoever he was, I think they should probably stick with him. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think that Arizona has a chance to make some noise in the NFC and possibly go pretty far. Because I saw a lot of different things in the game. They have to work a little bit more defensively before they become that team that's elite. I do think that head-to-head when they play the 49ers, like you saw how they beat them before, I think that they're built to beat the 49ers. At this point right now, just based on the offense. Defensively, the 49ers is a whole other animal. I'm just saying, based defensively-wise, going up against Kaepernick, Bolden and them boys, Frank Gore, I think defensively they're built right now to beat the 49ers and to come out of the NFC West. I believe that. But Denver really exploited a lot of holes in their defense. But that's what Peyton Manning does that to everybody except for the Seahawks. The Seahawks just rapes him. Just like how, Peyton Manning with the Patriots back in the old days with Rodney Harrison and them boys. They just know what Peyton Manning's going to do, and Peyton Manning just does it. That's what happens with that. So it wasn't anything that was out of the ordinary. I had Denver winning this game anyway. I just didn't see them blowing them out like this. I didn't see that happening. I thought that they would be able to, put points up and to, compete and defensively make some noise, but they didn't. So all in all, I did have them picked. Arizona, I wouldn't lose sleep over it, because you guys are still in the NFC and you got a big shot of coming out of the NFC, I believe, with the way it's wide open right now. And Denver, at the same time, Peyton Manning's just warming up. He's just trying to get ready to go and to see if he can pull it out of the AFC. So I liked it from both teams. I just don't think that Arizona should have been blown out like that. That's my opinion. Oh my God, the next game. New York Jets at San Diego Chargers, bro. 31-zip. All right, where do I begin with this? Where do I begin? Okay. Rex Ryan needs to be fired. Geno Smith needs to be cut. And I don't know what the fuck they should do at this point with Michael Vick. Geno Smith is benched after the first half of a ridiculous... I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Okay? You put Michael Vick in. Michael Vick does nothing either and makes horrible throws. Then, at the end of the game, Rex Ryan says, I'm going back to Geno Smith. So why the fuck did you bench him? He's the only coach that I know that'll do that to a veteran quarterback like Michael Vick. If you bench Geno, you finish the season with Michael Vick. Unless Michael Vick plays so horribly, you gotta bring Peter out for his dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that Michael Vick shouldn't have finished this season, is if Peter came and picked him up. You know what I'm saying? For killing dogs again. That's the only way. The New York Jets are a fucking embarrassment, and it starts with Rex Ryan. And I'm speaking directly as a New Yorker. Rex Ryan has to go. Then, Geno Smith missed the meeting right before that game, and he said he missed it because he wasn't familiar with the time zones. So you're a professional football player, and you're mixing up time zones. The man's face, like I said before, and I will continue to state, his face is the reason why he cannot be the face of a franchise. He has to go. Rex Ryan has to go, and take your brother with you from the fucking Saints also. I just don't understand what the fuck is going on. If you're gonna bench him, you at least let Michael Vick start the next game and see what you got with Vick. You don't put him back in there because now it doesn't. He'll just go out there and do the same shit again because he knows that you'll put him back in. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. When you make a decision as a coach, you gotta go with that decision. Rex Ryan has made, this guy makes me so sick. I don't even want to watch the goddamn Jets because of Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan is a fucking clown, man. I don't understand it, and I know, I spoke to a lot of other Jets fans. They're so frustrated with this guy, and I don't even care about the Jets, and I'm frustrated. What kind of coach benches his starter, puts in a veteran like Michael Vick, and then goes back to the starter, the regular starter, the next week, even after he missed meetings or was late to meetings because he says he doesn't recognize time zones? You don't know the West Coast from the East Coast? You don't understand that? They don't prep you and let you understand that to adjust your times? I do that, and I don't even travel, to the West Coast that often. But I know when if I do, I always make sure I know the time zone. That's the first fucking thing you do. And you're getting paid millions of dollars to be a dumbass and look like a burnt raccoon? Nah, bro. Nah. I'm fucking so done with the Jets. So done with them. San Diego, on the other hand, I've been telling people from when they beat the Seahawks, the Chargers are for real. The Chargers can go and beat somebody's ass. They can beat the Broncos. They can beat the Seahawks. They can beat the Patriots. These guys can beat any fucking team, bro, that steps in front of them. That's supposed to be a major contender. I tell you that shit right now. And Phillip Rivers keeps having babies on the field the way he's doing it right now. He just goes out there, fucks his wife, and they give birth right there on the field. Listen, I'm telling you this shit right now. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. I'm telling you this shit right now. Because San Diego is about to light this mother up. Trust me when I tell you. And I'm not even saying, I've been saying this before they played the sorry ass Jets. I've been saying this shit. They're a team to be reckoned with. Trust me when I tell you about this team, man. They're gonna make some noise in the playoffs this year. The Jets suck. Kansas City at San Francisco. San Francisco 22, Kansas City 17. So we have all this talk about who's that Jim Harbaugh, the locker room and all that shit like that. If this wasn't a rallying cry, I don't know what it was. Now, they broke the news that regardless of whatever happens, this man is not coming back. That's so fascinating to me, bro. The way that the way the NFL is and the way life is in general. You can have a perfect combination of something that works to make your organization, your team so formidable. And because of bullshit mishaps and whatever kind of disagreements, you can't look past it as a man or a female and just say, look, I'm in it for the business, I'm in it for winning, let's go. You're gonna bother this man based on the way he does his stuff because some guys in the locker room, whatever like that. Let me just explain something to you. Speaking as a coach, because I coach. Once you have a set style and the majority of your locker room buys into it, there's always going to be people that don't. Very rarely do you have the complete unanimous locker room approval rating. But that's not your job as a coach. Your job as a coach is to reach the players' minds overall, regardless if they like it, if they don't, and make them understand what your purpose of your teachings are. This man has gone to the goddamn championship game all of the 3 seasons, won Super Bowl. I don't understand how you can even question if his coaching works. I don't understand that. What the fuck? Meanwhile, you got Jim Caldwell in Detroit. Like, how are you fucking questioning this man that's winning and bringing his players to these type of games, to these championships, to the playoffs? How are you doing that? I don't understand it. And I understand that somebody reached out to Deion Sanders. I understand that shit. I understand that Jim Harbaugh is denying it. I understand that as well. But at the same time, something that he's doing is working. That's all I'm saying. You guys have to understand that. Something that he's doing is working. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense for the simple fact that how does this always happen in life? You have somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. They have a system. Everything is good. It's working out. And you don't deal with that guy because of other bullshit that surrounds it. When he, as the head coach, you hired him to do what he's doing. So you should have no involvement with it. Your team is winning. Your team has a name again. The 49ers has been live, you know, for the first time for a while since what? Since Steve Young? I can't put Garcia in there because he was just running around like a clown. You know, Montana and all these days when they were a staple. And then now you want to create a situation to where you're leaking it that he won't be back regardless. Just not good business, man. Just not good. It's just not good business, and I don't like the way that works. But it's a recurring theme in life in general. Kansas City, on the other hand, I'm just happy that the Royals are moving on, man, after a 29-year drought. Kansas City Chiefs, I didn't really expect them to win this game. I had the 49ers winning it just based on their defense. Alex Smith, I take nothing, you know, away from him and stuff like that. Jamal Charles, none of that stuff. I just don't. The 49ers, at the end of the day, they have one of the most rough and rugged defenses next to the Seattle Seahawks. So I don't expect a lot of people to beat them. I wasn't surprised about this. And I can't really knock the Kansas City Chiefs because of who they were playing against. So I have nothing bad to say about them. I know they had a lot of opportunities to win this game, but at the same time, defensively, the 49ers stepped up and they made plays, and I would say 99.8% of the team is on steroids, the defensive team. So they did what they were supposed to do. I can't really argue about Kansas City. I can't say anything bad about them, honestly. I just can't. Cincinnati 17, New England 43. They were at New England. All right, look. Marvin Lewis needs to be fired. I've been saying that for years. Marvin Lewis is just the guy that he needs to go take a shit and really clean his asshole out so it can stop itching him while the game's going on. I've been saying that for years. Marvin Lewis is the reason why they will not go to the playoffs. Well, they won't win a playoff game. They have to fire Marvin Lewis. And again, he could be the greatest friendly coach and all the other kind of shit like that. Look at what's happening to Jim Harbaugh. Meanwhile, this guy Marvin Lewis is just hanging out like, yeah, bro, we're going to go to the playoffs and lose in the first round every year. You see the way this is going? This man just, you're not doing your fucking job. You're similar to, who's the other asshole? Jeff Fisher. You win regular season games. You know, you've been there for a while. You go to the playoffs, get your ass up. But except for that one time the Tennessee Titans, played the Rams in the Super Bowl, and when it came up 1 yard short or something. That's it. That's been it. It's been nothing else. At least Jeff Fisher did that. But I'm just saying, Marvin Lewis, and then you got a redhead. Like, why are you a redhead man? Even though some guys are just redhead naturally, like, this guy's a redhead man quarterback. Like, that shouldn't be happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? That, like, Andy Dalton, listen, man, I don't know. And then this fucking guy, AJ Green, yo, man. This guy has the nerve to fumble the ball when I needed him to get yards for me to win my fantasy, bro. Like, it always happens like that, bro. That's just the way it is, so it is what it is. Fuck all those idiots. That's pretty much my take on it. But at the same time, Tom Brady deserves the credit. He deserves to take, yo, bro, 50,000 yards, bro. With a guy that was drafted last. Nobody gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Spygate, Hogate, all kinds of gate, with the gate. Listen, I'm just telling you right now, they're not doing anything. Let me just be clear. My Patriot fans, my fellow Boston people, Patriots ain't going nowhere. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They may win a playoff game. I don't think that Bill Belichick has put enough around Tom Brady. Maybe I'm being, I guess, a little bit more stringent in the way that I'm seeing that it's being handled, but I don't see enough talent around Tom Brady. I just don't. Very unfortunate. It is what it is. Did they come out there and beat the fuck out of them? Who, I believe it was a 1-point line on this game that Cincinnati was supposed to win it because they were like the best team in football. Isn't that always what happens when Cincinnati is the #1 team in football or their defense is playing so well and all that shit? Don't they usually get blown the fuck out? I want to say yeah. And you want to know what everybody has in common? with what's going on with that, what every one of these teams that have got blown the fuck out has in common? Marvin Lewis. Why is he still the coach? Fire the fuck out this guy, man, and put somebody else there. Put Kermit the Frog there. I don't give a fuck who goes there. Just get this guy the fuck out of Cincinnati. Why would you question Jim Harbaugh? Why isn't somebody saying that about Marvin Lewis? If he doesn't make the playoffs, he's out. Why are you bothering a winning coach? That's what I don't understand. The way the world is, it's so fucking stupid. You get a guy that's doing it right, but you rather deal with a fucking dumbass that don't know what the fuck he's doing. Straight bullshit, man. New England, yo, Tom Brady, congratulations on 50,000 yards, man. Well deserved. And last but not least, Seattle at Washington. Seattle 27, Washington 17. I thought this game was going to be a ravishing blowout. Kirk Cousins played a lot better than he did the week before. I tweeted that I thought that he was ready to throw picks. He didn't really have that bad of a game. RG3. Is this man serious? How old is he to be wearing that type of braiding in his hair? Did you see this man looking like a fucking schoolgirl in the hood? I am so done with RG3, bro. He is so ridiculous. Who the fuck would tell this grown man to do his hair like a female and be sitting there like a little pansy with a book in his hand like he's reading something? I'm done with RG3, bro. I think based on that hairdo, he is now an official bust. That's my opinion. You're gonna piss me off by looking like that? I'm done. That's it. You got my attention, RG3. You're fucking finished. You wanna walk around and look like that, bro? Are you fucking serious right now? Did you see this man's hairdo? Fuck how this guy, you know what I'm saying, Russell Wilson just went all Russell Wilson on their dumbasses, had 201-yard passes, over 100-yard rushing. We knew Russell Wilson's a fucking beast. This guy, RG3? Did you see this motherfucker's hairstyle? Fuck Kirk Cousins and all the shit he was doing, and the other fucking asshole fumbling the ball, the running back, he's a fucking bum. Did you see RG3's hairstyle now? I just can't, bro. I cannot. Yo, I understand that a majority of African American males from the South are gonna have dreadlocks in. I understand that. That's accepted. Okay, we understand that. What's up with that hairdo though, RG3, bro? Is that necessary? You know what I'm saying? Is that really necessary? Yo, that's all I took from the game, guys. I cannot, you know, guys and girls, I cannot, yo, I really can't logically tell you what happened in the game, except for that I saw Russell Wilson every time there was nobody around him. He stiff-armed the fuck out of one of the defenders. I think he's right there that's getting stiff-armed right there. That was early in the game when Lockett was acting like he was trying to block but let him go, and Russell Wilson punched him in his fucking face and kept on running. He should have went for 6 on that run. But did you see RG3's hairdo? Yo, I can't. I cannot believe that this man, as a grown man, is walking around like that. I cannot believe that that's what's happening. I don't give a fuck what kind of money you're making. You do not look like that on national television like a little girl while you're injured with a book in your hand, acting like you're writing something. Yo, they got to get rid of RG3. I'm done with him, guys. You guys let me know if I'm being too harsh because of his hairdo. I don't really give a fuck. I'm done with him. You guys can have him. I'm so done with this guy. I was so pissed off watching this man. So pissed off. That's all I took from the game was his hairdo. Seattle looked really, really good. I think they're going back to the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I really, really do. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's been the Week 5 recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely, you know, share it, spread the word. Let me know what you think. Leave comments in there if you're listening to it on iTunes or on my website. Thank you for listening. Continue to share. Let's keep it going. And I'll see you guys next week, man. Until next time, one love.